everybody, it's Trish Carr from Women's Prosperity Network. I'm so glad that you joined me today because today is the inaugural video that we're going to share with you every single month so that you can get a little preview of what we talk about at our local chapter events all over the country and in places around the world. And what we do is we come together to mastermind on a fabulous topic. And this month, in line with International Women's Day on March 8th and Women's History Month, we are going to be talking about something very special, but I have two guests who are going to be helping me with that, and my first guest is coming up right now. You'll be seeing her. You all know her. You all love her. Miss Nancy Matthews. Hello, Miss Nancy Matthews.
Hello, Mistress the Dash.
Here, I saved you a spot right here.
Okay, good.
How you doing? I'm doing really good. Here, can you find a space?
Yeah,
How about,
I can make it work.
She's such a great second in command in the driver's seat.
The challenge is like to be in control. Like,
I know,
who else
we both do. So anyway, so I'm so excited that you could be with me today, and we're going to go pick up our third guest. I bet you can't guess who that is. I'll give you a little hint. Whenever we say she's going to be in the call, going to be talking with us, you're all like, oh, we love her. It's going to be Susan Weiner, and she's going to be joining us in a few minutes. We're driving over to her house.
Yes, we are.
So the topic of conversation at all of our local chapter events this month and in all of our virtual masterminds is coinciding with Women's History Month. And it's women leading the change and stepping into the bigger version of ourselves. So when you hear that topic, what do you think about?
Well, for me, the reason I love the conversation is because if we are to look at, potentially what's wrong with the world, there aren't enough women in leadership positions and women don't get a fair shake. If we're in that conversation, the solution to that is each and every woman taking responsibility for themselves in their world and stepping into that higher version. I can blame outside all I want with what's going on, but all of the change has to start there. It's like Gandhi, right? Be the change you want to see in the world.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I love this opportunity for us all to have a conversation to say, where can I grow? Like, if I want a dream of a bigger life, if I want a dream of more prosperity and more fun, whatever that definition of success is for you, the way to get there is I start here. What can I do to expand my capacity in leadership, in love, and whatever those areas are?
I love that. I love that. It is about us stepping into a bigger version of ourselves because, listen, I'm the sister that's the revolutionary.
You are.
I'm all about when change has got to occur, I want to be at the forefront of it. I want to make a difference. And we as women have been coming together for a long time. You hear International Women's Day is March 8th. That's been going on for over a century, that International Women's Day was celebrated, but you really didn't hear about it. It was only 1986 that here in the United States,
it took on.
Women's History Month was declared. So prior to that, we as women, listen, we're talking about stepping into a bigger version of yourself, leading the change. One of the biggest things is so many of the women at Women's Prosperity Network, we are on our path with a business that we love, with a business that's a mission, with a profession that's a mission. Everything we do is tied into making a difference in the world. So when we come together collectively, we can expand that difference exponentially.
Right, it creates a boom factor.
Right.
When we all come together, which is one of the reasons in creating Women's Prosperity Network and this mastermind, part of the vision was that we would have the same topic of conversation online as well as in all of our local chapters, so that when you've got a focused intention and attention on a particular topic and it's from an expanded level of consciousness, that ripple effect, that amplification creates momentum for more of a wave to happen in the world. And that's why I love that we have the same topic in all the different chapters. Thousands of women having a conversation, asking themselves, how can I step into a higher level of leadership? And I want to share something that's important to me around this whole concept of leadership. And that is, it's about me stepping into my power as a woman and using a feminine energy of power and strength rather than a masculine energy that's been running the world, which looks like force to me. Thank you for saving me.
I know, did you see that guy go 90 miles an hour through the red light? Holy moly.
I know. That was force. We were talking about
force,
power.
Isn't that
force,
right? And notice I said guy. I assumed it was a guy.
Oh, that's interesting.
Isn't it? That is interesting, but I could have done it just as easily.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't.
No, I didn't.
In that moment.
No, I didn't.
I know, you make me scared.
I didn't want to make you scared. I didn't want to make you scared, so I was very careful. I watched what was happening. I was trying. You know, my grandmother always
schmutz on your face.
Oh, thank you very much. My grandmother always used to give me a thank you. Speaking of my grandmother, you'd look at her makeup and you'd have to go, Nana, over like this, do like this.
No, I liked her eyebrows.
Her eyebrows, she used to draw her eyebrows and they were up on her forehead.
You know, I have sympathy now because the truth is, how do you put makeup on when your eyes can't see? Like, I need glasses to put makeup on, but then my eyes are covered.
Don't even. The other day I'm at the chiropractor and I'm laying there and everything's great. I'm getting zen and all that. And she comes in, she puts her hand on my neck and she goes, Trish, you got to blend your makeup a little bit up here on the top. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm really an old person now.
Well, you didn't have your seatbelt.
No, I just realized I need to put on my seatbelt. I could have gotten a ticket.
Or worse.
Or worse. Yeah, I could have gotten a ticket or worse. Luckily, we didn't go very far.
No.
So we're picking up.
And you didn't blaze through that traffic light.
No. And we're picking up Susan Weiner, and I'm excited about bringing her into this conversation. Because she always, you know what, Susan doesn't say much, but when she does, everything that comes out of her mouth is a golden nugget.
I know. Karen Rumay was in a mastermind group with us, and we were on the phone one night. And Susan, like you said, she's a really good listener, which is one of her greatest attributes. And then Susan would just make one line. So Karen goes, when Susan talks, shh, it's like God talking.
Right? What?
I know.
So listen, I got to get something on the table.
Okay.
And I am the revolutionary. I am the one who pushes the envelope. I am the one that wants change. And right now, we are 10 miles from Parkland, Florida.
Yeah.
And you know, I say the name of the city. Just like it started in 1989 with Columbine. When you heard that, you knew what it meant. Then became Sandy Hook. Then 2 months ago in Texas. Last year in Las Vegas. This is where women lead the change. And I have to say this because nothing changes this way in this area of mental illness, gun control, taking care of our children. We are playing Russian roulette sending our children to school now. I am so blessed that I don't have children because I don't know how I could do it. So this is where we as women come together and make a difference. Just like in 1981 when Mothers Against Drug Driving was created. When that was created in 1981, people were like, oh, she's not going to be able to do anything. She, the woman who created it, because her daughter was killed by a drunk driver, decided that that was not going to happen to someone else's child. So
go ahead.
March 24th, Washington, D.C. There's a march on Washington, March 24th. This is where women can come together. And if you can't be in Washington...
Aren't they? I bet they're doing cities.
There's local events that are going to be happening. Listen, last week was a catastrophe. I can't even put words on how I felt about what was happening as I happened to be watching TV live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we have to come together. We as women must do what Mothers Against Drunk Driving did. Did you know that in every single state and in every province in Canada, there's a Mothers Against Drunk Driving office? That they have a presence in every single state and every single province in Canada. This is what we are doing in our lives, and this is the change that we can make. And listen, if Mothers Against Drunk Driving can get an office in every state and in every province in Canada, then we can make change happen here in the United States. So I just wanted to get that on the table.
I hear you, and I have children and I have grandchildren, and my question goes to what is the change that needs to happen? And here's where I'm going with this, is that the essence of the problem is that this boy was cast aside because nobody knew how to deal with him.
Correct.
He was a problem child. died, and it's that child being left to their own devices without someone loving him that is at the root of this problem.
Absolutely.
If we trace back all of these commissions of violence, they're caused by somebody in pain, in extreme pain, who has no other recourse than to do this. That's, for me, that's where the change needs to happen.
Awesome.
We don't cast our children aside. We don't cast our human beings aside.
First place that has to happen is with us personally and individually, so that we live really great lives. And look, I'm at Susan's house.
I know.
Here we are pulling up to Susan Weiner's house. We're gonna pick up Susan Weiner. Yeah, Susan.
Susan.
Wait, let's do it together. When we say Susan Weiner's name.
Here's what happens.
Okay, so here's what happens. You got it. Nancy knows this.
Yeah, I do, because it happens all the time. I'm at an event and I say, "So Susan," and then people go, "I love Susan." It's "I love Susan." It's,
okay,
and they tilt their head.
All right, ready?
I love
let's
Susan.
do it. All right, let's do it together. Susan. I love Susan.
Yeah, she's like the heart, you know. Everybody just loves her, and she loves on them right back. So
and there she is.
Come on, Susan. Come on.
Hey, come on. We're here. We're ready for you. Hey. 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 How you doing?
Hey, excellent. Thank you. How are you guys?
I'm good. I'm good. Get yourself comfortable. Make sure you put your seatbelt on. I forgot to put my seatbelt on earlier till we saw a police officer. And that reminded me that I needed to put on my seatbelt.
I know. She's working on it.
I know. I'm backing up.
I know. How you doing, sister?
Backing up.
Awesome.
Yes, you are awesome.
Glad we're hanging today.
I know, it's fun.
You know,
here's what's so funny. We work together, we live near each other, and we don't get to spend enough time together.
I know.
It's so funny.
Amazing.
I just told that to somebody this morning on the phone. I said, do me a favor, send me that information directly, because I really don't get a chance to talk to them too much.
Yeah, I got to tell you, my favorite story was your birthday years ago when we, Trish got you a present, I got you a present, and we get to your birthday party, and I'm so excited that this unique present from one thing you mentioned one day that you wanted, and Trish gives you her present first, and it was the same thing that I got you.
I do remember that.
Because we didn't tell each other.
And I was so excited too. I was like, oh my gosh, I got her the perfect present. I can't wait. But we didn't even like cross notes for Christmas. So I just wanted to get your take. You know, this month, like every month at Women's Prosperity Network, we have a topic of conversation. It changes every month, and we do our best to coincide with things that are happening in the world. So this month, March 8th, is International Women's Day, and in the United States, it's International Women's Month. So what better time to talk about women leading the change and stepping into a bigger version of ourselves. So when you hear that, leading the change and stepping into a bigger version of ourselves, what do you, like, what's your take on that?
Well, you know, the first thing that comes to mind for me is the fact that 10 years ago now, we started this movement of people in our community, and now we're outreaching to the world. And as a result of that, the women that are rising to higher levels than they ever anticipated that they would are emerging amazingly well. And for me, it's really exciting, because when I was first coming up in business, let's say, women were still supposed to be very quiet,
right,
and not really rock the boat too much. And I never subscribed to that, to be honest with you. I just, you know me, I'm a quiet rebel.
I like that. You're a quiet rebel. You are.
I'm a loud rebel.
Yeah, I'm a quiet rebel.
Am I a rebel? I don't think so.
I think you are. I think you are. Okay. I think you do not color inside the lines.
Well, that is true.
Correct.
You're a smiling, happy rebel.
A smiling, happy. I'm a Zen rebel.
There
That's
you go.
me. I'm
a Zen rebel. That's the truth.
Oh, I love that.
I love it. Love
Yeah.
it.
So you're the quiet rebel.
I'm
You're
quiet rebel.
Revolutionary
rebel, and I'm the Zen rebel.
There
Okay,
you
I like
go.
it.
Okay, I like it too.
Good, we have our labels for this year going forward.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I said, I never subscribed to any of that. And I also thought, though, that I was very unique, that I was different, that I wasn't like the norm.
Oh, I have to agree with that. Sorry, you walked right into it. What was I going to do? Yes,
Then
you
I
are
discovered
unique.
all three of us are just alike.
Oh, really?
Indeed.
Okay, go.
Okay, go. On that, I'm not yet ready to comment.
Anyway, I'm just excited that we're celebrating this month and that we have so many women to celebrate who are leading the charge.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Leading the change in their own lives, which is even more exciting, you know.
Exactly.
You know, we talk about leading the change and making a difference in the world, but how about making a difference in my own life? Like in every relationship that I have, that I bring my femininity, I bring my masculine, I bring my power, I bring my nurturing, I bring all of me to every relationship.
So who are you being when you bring it? Are you coming as somebody who's confident and clear and feels empowered, and empowered is finding the power from within that you then share without. I know you're not crazy about that word.
No, it's okay. No, in that context, it's great. I just don't like it when men say, "I'm working with women's empowerment." I don't need you to empower me, thank you very much.
There's that rebel.
There's that rebel. So it's like, right, Susan, isn't it really about stepping into the best person you can be everywhere you are?
Exactly. And part of my mission is to get everybody to understand who they really are at the core and let that shine. That's what's most important to me as I go through life and I touch people. And by doing that, then they're able to easily step up and step into those huge roles that the world needs us to play.
It is about women leading the change, and it is about, oh my gosh, and women are all over. Listen, the radio. I'm sorry, I get distracted by the music. I always do.
I love that about you. You're my rock and roll mentor.
My husband was saying to me recently, he said, every time I turn on the radio, it's a woman singing. I'm like, it's about time. It's about time. It's women singing.
Bye.
Here we go. We all know this song, right?
Most of the words.
Yeah, we don't know.
Love it though.
I'll play the drums.
The stars are